Hey there, welcome back to 31 Days of Devotion. This is Adreanna Limbach coming back to you from Mindful Meditation Studio here in New York. Really great to be back here with you today as we close out our theme of the week, which is contemplation practice. So I know that throughout the entirety of this week, we've been working with a number of different contemplations, sort of giving our minds something really constructive to do, something to sort of turn around and look at or spend time with, different phrases, different ideas, maybe different feelings that come up. So really sort of pointing our meditation practice directly to a particular space in contemplation. And for today's practice, I wanted to close out our contemplative practice by doing a practice that was in part inspired by all of you guys, everyone who is here right now. So behind the scenes, every single year in 31 Days of Devotion, I have a little bit of a personal ritual that as you begin to sign up for this program and I see your email addresses start to roll into my inbox, I take a moment with each of your email addresses and I say to myself, welcome, thank you for being here. Because I don't know who you are in many cases. I don't know where you're coming from in many cases, but I do know that you invited me into your home and into your life and into your month, and that's a pretty special thing. So as a way of just sort of sealing our connection together for this month, each time I see your name roll through my inbox, I just give you a little shout out, like, hey, hi, welcome, so glad that you're here. And I have to say, some of you have the most epic email addresses. I know that one of you out there has an email address along the lines of jonathanisretired@gmail.com. And Jonathan, I'm completely stealing that for when I retire. So today's practice was inspired by all of you, by the little ritual I have of welcoming you to this program when you first sign up, and also by the indomitable Yoko Ono, one of my absolute favorite writers, favorite artists, and she has this beautiful little book called Acorn, in which she has a number of different contemplative practices and poems. One of them is called Cleaning Piece Number 5, and it's one of my favorites in this entire book. So Yoko Ono writes in Cleaning Piece Number 5, let a list of arbitrary names come into your mind as you sleep. Say, bless you, after each name. Do this with speed by keeping a constant rhythm, so in no way you would hesitate to bless them. Let a list of names come into your mind as you go to sleep. Say, I forgive you, after each name. Do this with speed by keeping a constant rhythm, so you would not hesitate to forgive them. You will find that sometimes you are blessing and forgiving people you never thought you would. Try whenever you remember to do it. Try whenever you feel stressed out. See what happens to your life. So we're going to be trying that very thing here, blessing and forgiving. So wherever you happen to be, it's taking a moment to find our seat for practice. And as always, making sure that our seat feels really sturdy and sustainable, whether we're on a chair or couch. And then just taking a moment to locate our gaze. So eyes open or eyes closed, whatever feels honest for you today. And perhaps just giving ourselves a few deep inhales and deep exhales. Really just reminding the body what we're doing here. Whether it's early in the morning or we've already had a lot of day happen. Just taking this as an opportunity to land. And then allowing the breathing to stabilize, so breathing as we naturally would. And just beginning to open up our practice by opening up our senses. These tiny touchstones to the present moment, arriving here fully. So shifting the attention over to sound. And just receiving the sound of the space that we're in. And continuing to stay open to sound. Shifting the attention to touch. So really just feeling our bodies here. The space that the body occupies. That light pressure of making contact with the chair, the floor. Feeling the texture of our clothing against our skin. And then dropping the attention into the feet. And just feeling our feet here. Space between the toes. That surface area where the feet make contact. Tracing the attention across the shin bones, kneecaps, thighs, hips. Moving the attention into the belly and the chest. Taking just a few moments here in the belly, the chest. It's beginning to explore the sensation of breathing. So as always, very little effort needed. It's feeling how the body breathes today. And the way the breath moves through the body. Continuing to allow the attention to ride the cycle of breath as it moves through the body. We'll take just a few moments here. It's giving our minds a chance to stabilize, our bodies a chance to settle. Working with that singular instruction. That as the mind wanders, which it naturally will, noticing when we've left our breathing, acknowledging what captures our attention, and gently, firmly coming back to the breath in the body. So again, if we find our attention drifting, no big deal. That's what the mind does. Just acknowledging where we land, light touch of recognition, and feeling the body breathe. This continual return. And then moving into contemplation practice. It's letting the eyes gently shut if they haven't already. And I'll use the bell here to keep time. The bell will sound like this. So in our mind's eye, just taking a moment to open up the gates. Just allowing whomever wants to arrive in our mind to show up without a filter. The people that we love, the people that we can't stand, the people that we don't know, casual acquaintances, people that we've only read about, people that we admire. Whoever comes to the gate, just greeting them in our mind with the phrase, "Bless you." And I'll keep time with the bell as each person comes through. Again, just extending the phrase, "Bless you." Bless you. Bless you. So without hesitation, just allowing them to enter and move on through. Blessing each one that arrives. Bless you. And then on your own time without the bell, just continuing as names or faces arrive in your mind, extending the phrase, "Bless you." And then whomever has arrived, received your blessing up to this point, just thanking them for coming. And bringing the attention back to the breath in the body. Perhaps giving ourselves a few deep inhales and deep exhales here. And then continuing with contemplation, moving into the phrase, I forgive you. Again, without hesitation, whoever arrives in your mind, their name, their face, whether you know them or not, with the rhythm of the bell, extending out the phrase, I forgive you. I forgive you. Forgive you. And then at your own pace without the bell, as people arrive and pass through your mind without hesitation, I forgive you. If this exercise becomes increasingly difficult, knowing that you can always place one hand on your heart. And then whoever has arrived and passed through your mind up to this point, again, just thanking them for coming. And bringing the attention back to the breath in the body. And we'll take just a few more moments to rest our attention here. It's feeling the body breathe. And then in our final few moments of practice, it's reconnecting to what it is that brought you here today, why you said yes, made the effort. And closing out, perhaps, again, placing one hand on the heart and receiving these phrases to ourselves from ourselves. Bless you. And I forgive you. Letting ourselves soak that in. And as you're ready, letting formal practice drop. Coming back into the space together at your own pace, no rush. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for practice today. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you back here on the cushion tomorrow as we move into our final 3 days together, which are the Q&A days. If you do have questions about practice, they can pertain to any of the practices we've done here. They can be just sort of general meditation questions or whatever life questions. Don't hesitate to shoot me a line. I'm always available. And perhaps taking Yoko Ono's advice over the next few days. And as you're falling asleep, as people move through your mind, offering the phrases, bless you, and I forgive you, without hesitation, and see what happens to your life. So have a beautiful day. I'll see you soon.